Imagine removing just 4 things from your daily routine. The sugary drink at lunch, the packaged snack at 3 o'clock, the frozen meal after work, and the cookies you eat while watching television. 30 days later, could your hunger, weight, digestion, energy, and even the way food tastes begin to change? Maybe, but not for the reason most detox videos tell you. Today, we are following Alex through a realistic 30-day experiment. Alex will not starve. Alex will not drink green juice all day. And Alex will not throw away every food that comes in a package. Instead, Alex will replace the most obvious ultra-processed foods with simpler alternatives and watch what happens. Some changes may appear quickly. Others may take weeks. And one of the biggest benefits may have nothing to do with the number on the scale. This experiment matters because ultra-processed food is not a small part of the American diet. For the average adult in the United States, it provides more than half of all daily calories. That means this is not only about candy and potato chips. Ultra-processed foods can appear at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and every snack in between. They are convenient. They are widely available. They often cost less time and effort, and many of them are designed to be extremely easy to eat. So this video is not about blaming people for making bad choices. It is about understanding what happens when the easiest choice changes. First, we need to clear up one major misunderstanding. Processed does not automatically mean unhealthy. Washing vegetables is processing. Freezing berries is processing. Pasteurizing milk is processing. Canning beans is processing. Ultra-processed foods are different. They are usually industrial formulations containing ingredients or additives that are uncommon in a home kitchen. Think flavoring agents, modified starches, emulsifiers, certain sweeteners, colors, and combinations engineered to create a particular texture or taste. Common examples include sugary drinks, packaged cookies, many savory snacks, processed meats, some frozen meals, and many sweet bakery products. But the label is not perfect. A food can be classified as ultra-processed and still provide useful nutrition. Some whole grain breads, lower sugar yogurts, and nut spreads may still fit into an overall healthy diet. So Alex is not going to play a game called package equals poison. Alex will focus on the foods that are both highly processed and high in added sugar, sodium, saturated fat, or calories. Here are the rules of the experiment. Alex will replace soda with water, sparkling water, or unsweetened tea. Packaged cookies and candy will become fruit, plain yogurt, nuts, or a small homemade snack. Some frozen dinners will become simple meals built around vegetables, whole grains, and a source of protein. Sweet breakfast cereal will become oatmeal, eggs, fruit, or lower sugar cereal with more fiber. Alex is not required to cook every meal from scratch. Frozen vegetables are allowed, canned beans are allowed, plain yogurt is allowed, whole grain bread is allowed, and Alex can still eat at a restaurant. The goal is not complete elimination. The goal is a major reduction that can survive real life. On day 1, Alex feels motivated. Breakfast goes well. Lunch goes well. Then 3 o'clock arrives. Alex walks toward the kitchen without consciously deciding to do it. The snack is not only food, it is part of a routine. The same chair, the same time, the same feeling of opening a package. This is the first important lesson. During the first few days, the hardest change may not be a mysterious physical detox. It may be breaking dozens of small, automatic habits. Alex may also discover that the new meals require more chewing, more preparation, and more attention. An apple does not disappear as quickly as a glass of juice. A bowl of oatmeal is different from eating a sweet breakfast bar while running out the door. And a meal containing vegetables, beans, eggs, fish, or chicken may feel very different from a soft, packaged meal designed to be eaten quickly. There is no scientific clock saying everyone will feel better on day 3. Some people may feel hungry. Some may feel satisfied. Some may miss familiar foods. And someone who suddenly stops drinking caffeinated soda may experience effects related to reducing caffeine, not ultra-processed food itself. By the end of the first week, Alex notices something interesting. The new meals often take longer to eat. They may contain more water, fiber, and recognizable pieces of food. That does not guarantee weight loss, but it can change the eating experience. This matters because eating speed may influence how much food is consumed before the body has time to register the meal. In a controlled NIH experiment, people were allowed to eat as much as they wanted from either an ultra-processed diet or a minimally processed diet. The meals were designed to contain similar amounts of presented calories, sugar, fiber, fat, and carbohydrates. Yet, people ate about 500 more calories per day on the ultra-processed diet. They also ate faster. Over 2 weeks, they gained an average of about 2 pounds on that diet and lost approximately the same amount while eating the minimally processed diet. This was a small study involving only 20 adults. It does not mean everyone will lose 2 pounds. But it shows that food structure and eating speed may matter even when a nutrition label looks surprisingly similar. At this point, Alex bites into a strawberry and says, "Was this always this sweet?" Maybe the strawberry did not change. The comparison changed. When every snack is intensely sweet, salty, or flavored, simple foods may seem quiet. Reduce that intensity, and subtler flavors may become easier to notice. But do not turn this into a magical claim that your taste buds completely reset in 7 days. There is no universal 7-day switch. What may change is expectation. Alex is no longer comparing plain yogurt with a dessert disguised as breakfast, or comparing roasted potatoes with chips designed to deliver the same strong flavor in every bite. This is also where Alex makes a mistake. Alex buys an expensive snack with leaves and the word natural printed on the package. The ingredient list is long, the added sugar is high, and the serving is tiny. Healthy-looking packaging is still packaging. During the first week or two, the scale may move, but the reason is not always body fat. Many packaged, prepared, and restaurant foods contain substantial sodium. In the United States, more than 70% of dietary sodium comes from processed, packaged, and prepared foods, rather than salt added at the table. If Alex replaces several high-sodium foods with lower-sodium meals, the body may hold less water. That can reduce temporary puffiness or cause an early change on the scale. But water loss is not the same as fat loss. Real fat loss requires a sustained energy deficit over time. Alex could also gain weight while eating minimally processed foods if the total amount of food consistently exceeds the body's needs. Nuts are nutritious. They are also energy-dense. Olive oil can be part of a healthy diet. Pouring half a bottle onto every meal still adds a lot of energy. So the rule is simple. Better food quality can make healthy eating easier. It does not cancel basic biology. By week 2, Alex is not relying on motivation as much. The kitchen has changed. Fruit is visible. Water is cold and ready. The easy meal is now eggs and toast, a bean bowl, or frozen vegetables with rice and protein. The cookies are no longer sitting at eye level. This may be the most powerful part of the experiment. Alex did not suddenly develop superhuman willpower. Alex reduced the number of decisions required to eat differently. Now imagine the opposite. You finish work tired. The refrigerator contains ingredients that require 45 minutes of preparation. The freezer contains a meal ready in 4 minutes. Which one wins? Usually, convenience. That is why a realistic plan needs convenient replacements. Microwavable brown rice, frozen vegetables, canned beans with no salt added or lower sodium, rotisserie chicken used in reasonable portions, pre-cut vegetables, fruit, plain yogurt. Nuts divided into portions. Not every healthy meal needs to look like it came from a luxury wellness retreat. Alex may also notice changes in digestion, but again, the result depends on what replaces the removed foods. If packaged snacks are replaced with fruit, vegetables, beans, and whole grains, fiber intake may rise. That can support regular bowel movements and help meals feel more filling. However, jumping from very little fiber to a large amount overnight may cause gas, bloating, or discomfort. The solution is not to panic and declare that vegetables are bad. Increase fiber gradually, drink enough fluids, and pay attention to how your own body responds. People with digestive conditions may need individualized guidance. Also remember that ultra-processed and low fiber are not identical categories. A packaged whole grain bread may provide more fiber than a homemade dessert. Nutrition is rarely solved by one label. By week 3, Alex asks the question everyone wants answered. Do I have more energy? Possibly, but energy is influenced by sleep, stress, activity, medication, health conditions, and total food intake. Reducing ultra-processed foods cannot repair 4 hours of sleep. It cannot diagnose anemia, and it cannot replace medical care. What it can do is encourage a more consistent eating pattern. Alex now eats a breakfast containing protein and fiber instead of relying on a sweet drink. Lunch is more substantial. The afternoon snack is planned rather than accidental. As a result, Alex may experience fewer moments of becoming extremely hungry and then eating whatever is available. The improvement is not a mysterious cleanse. It is the predictable benefit of a better system. After 4 weeks, Alex may have reduced total calories without intentionally counting every calorie. Alex may be consuming less added sugar, sodium, and saturated fat. Fiber and micronutrient intake may have increased if the replacements include fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains, nuts, and nutritious protein sources. These are useful changes. They are also consistent with current heart health guidance, which recommends an overall dietary pattern rich in vegetables, fruit, whole grains, and healthy protein sources, while favoring minimally processed foods over ultra-processed ones. But 30 days is only the beginning. Most long-term health outcomes cannot be seen in a mirror after 1 month. A lower future risk of heart disease is not visible as a six-pack. A healthier dietary pattern works through repetition. The real question is not, did Alex complete a perfect 30-day challenge? It is, which changes can Alex continue on day 31? The biggest mistake is trying to eliminate every ultra-processed food immediately. That strategy can become expensive, exhausting, and socially difficult. It may also remove useful foods for no good reason. Alex does not need to fear frozen vegetables. Alex does not need to bake bread from scratch. And Alex does not need to reject a nutritious yogurt because the factory used equipment to make it. Instead, use 3 questions. First, is this food high in added sugar, sodium, or saturated fat? Second, does it provide meaningful protein, fiber, or other nutrients? Third, is it replacing a more nutritious food most of the time? A sugary drink provides an easy answer. A lower sugar yogurt with protein requires more context. The goal is not food purity. The goal is a better overall pattern. You do not need to copy Alex's entire month tomorrow. Start with 5 swaps. Number 1, replace 1 daily sugary drink with water, sparkling water, or unsweetened tea. Number 2, replace 1 packaged sweet snack with fruit plus a source of protein or healthy fat, such as yogurt or a small portion of nuts. Number 3, build 1 emergency meal that takes less than 10 minutes. For example, frozen vegetables, microwavable whole grains, and beans, eggs, tuna, or chicken. Number 4, compare similar products. Choose the option lower in added sugar, sodium, and saturated fat when the difference is meaningful. And number 5, do not bring your most difficult trigger food home in a giant package. You can still enjoy it occasionally, but you do not need a family-sized bag sitting beside you every night. Make the better option easier. Make the less helpful option slightly less automatic. So, what happens after 30 days? Alex may lose some weight, or Alex may not. Hunger may become easier to manage. Food may taste different. Digestion may change. Cooking and shopping may feel more natural. But the most reliable transformation is this. Alex can now see the food environment clearly. The afternoon snack was not a moral failure. The frozen dinner was not proof of laziness. They were the fastest solutions available. By changing the available solutions, Alex changed the pattern. And patterns, repeated for months and years, matter far more than one perfect day. Cutting ultra-processed foods is not a detox. It is not a guarantee of rapid weight loss, and it does not require rejecting every packaged food. It is an experiment in making meals more filling, more nutritious, and less automatic. Now check your kitchen. Which ultra-processed food would be easiest for you to replace for the next 7 days? A sugary drink? A packaged snack? Or a frozen dinner? Tell us your choice in the comments. And subscribe for the next experiment, where we will follow what happens when you walk for 10 minutes after every meal.